Well, a lot of guys wanted a video about the 820-4, so here's a little bit on it. Started out to be a 448, and right now, sitting here, it's 1,580 pounds and 7 feet long. It's got a 51-inch wheelbase and it's 65 inches wide. Then I put 8 16s on the back, and on the front is 612s, which is 22 inches tall. And for a motor, it's got a 19.9 Onan out of a Sears. And then on the back, I got 1.5 inch wheel spacers on the back. That way the front and the back wheels line up, since they're a little bit narrower. And then down here is how I made the front end drive. That valve right there only drives the front end, and then there's the pump, which it is directly mounted to the reservoir, which is where that 90-degree elbow comes out, and it runs up underneath the motor. And that elbow is the return, where it goes back in. And if you can see, in there is my chain, number 40 chain, runs down, drives the pump at the bottom. And then up here you can see I got 2 coolers, oil coolers up there, one for the front, one for the back. That right there is the dipstick for the front drive reservoir. And if you can see it, there's an electric fan right in there. Which is about all the space I had in there. Then I put 4000 series Ingersoll running boards on it and fenders. There's the reservoir for the rear drive. And then on the front axle, let's see if we can see this. If you look right there, you can see the weld where I welded the pipe. What we did was we took a pipe, slid it over the axle, which we used an axle that has the bump on the end, but the housing gets wider, so we had to cut the pipe here, cut it at the top, and I think I cut it on the front side. And then the pipe is bolted to the rear end by this piece of metal right here, them 2 bolts. Other than that, I just took the flange off the end of the axle still have to get power steering on this thing. But right in here, I just welded the yoke right onto the end of the case axle, and then did away with the brake rotor and all that stuff out there. Other than that, just a 200 series axle. I think the rear end we stole this off of was out of a international travel, I think. Just a half-ton 4-wheel drive axle. It's got lockouts on it still. And then the rims here, we just made spacers that go right in here in the bead area. Then on the front I just used 3 pieces of all thread. On the back I used 4. And I also, between the steering tower and the seat, I stretched it 3.5 inches, so it used to be 15, now it's 18.5. Other than that, power steering cylinder is going to go on this side.